Welcome back to Miles Around. It's time for our second in the driver's seat, and it's this, the 2007 HHR. You may have seen this car around on the streets for the last couple of years, but I don't think you have seen it in this configuration. This is the panel version, right, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by this vehicle. You know, back in the day, Chevrolet called them sedan deliveries, popular with plumbers or electricians, any trade type of activity that a person needed some extra storage in the back. Now, the HHR came on the scene to complete the retro look from Chevrolet. It is a good-looking vehicle. Me personally, here back. But we'll get into that, we'll get into the mechanics, we'll get into all the space in the back. But for now, let's take a look under the hood.
So now we have the hood open of the 2007 HHR. You can see it has a 4-cylinder engine, and the radiator in this engine is far forward and low because of the shape of the hood. Now, this has increased horsepower this year, right, Dennis?
That's right. 2.4-liter 4-cylinder has 175 horsepower and 165 pounds-feet of torque. But it's not so much about that. It's about the design of the vehicle being an everyday, personable vehicle for someone that needs extra space. It does have 4-wheel analog brakes, traction control, and a nice drive around the city. Little buzzy on the highway because of the open space in the back, so road noise sometimes can be a factor if you're not on the best of highways. But really, I'm impressed by the zippiness and the point and shoot aspect of this little HHR. I personally like the way it drives. Some might venture to say it needs more power, maybe a turbocharger, maybe just a V6 could do it. But me, I was kind of happy with the overall feel of the vehicle. It does have a lot of zip, like I said, but really, I think it'll deliver what people are looking for. Well, it's easy to see why this HHR is better looking than some of the other in the lineup. The sedan delivery part in the back. For me, I like the overall look of the vehicle. I like the retro aspect that Chevrolet's taken. Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to build a true El Camino versus that SSR. But really, it's the front end that I have a problem with. There's nothing wrong to the general public, but for me, the good looks start right here. Nick?
And the good looks keep on going through the vehicle. You can see these rear doors are fairly cool. They're hidden, and it almost looks like this vehicle actually has an aftermarket factor to it. This was a body kit put on afterwards. Has a nice roof rack, and also you can get the nice running boards on the side, which really give it that kind of 1950s, 1960s feeling. Also has some hidden compartments on the inside, and plenty of room in back if you're trying to deliver pizzas, for instance.
Moving to the HHR's interior, it's probably one of the most intriguing parts of this little vehicle. Now, the regular passenger vehicle has tons of storage for both the front and rear passengers, as well as the back for, say, gear, camping, or otherwise. You take the HHR panel, and it's really set up to be just that, a delivery vehicle for someone that has tools, or just someone that wants the room or doesn't need a back seat. Now, you push this little button right here, and out of the back will pop not only any interior pieces you need, but also your co-host if he's in the back.
Honestly, it's not made for passengers back there. In fact, no, I'm never going back there again. However, there is some storage compartments in the back, and some of the elements left over from the original HHR before they made it into the panel means that it has airbags along the side. So if you're delivering pizzas and you have an accident, you'll be sure to know the pizzas are okay.
Now that I'm behind the wheel of the HHR panel, you can just imagine what you could really do with this vehicle. Lots of storage, both in the front for passenger and driver, but in the back as well. Can you imagine what an audio company could do with all the space in the back if they really wanted to go off and spend $100 grand on a system with 140 decibels worth of sound? It's almost amazing. On the other side, the interior really is built, like I said, for someone that maybe a small business owner, maybe just someone that doesn't have a bunch of kids and a bunch of dogs they want to tote around. It's kind of that quintessential single guy or single girl's car. Maybe that's the target market. I don't know. But I can tell you this, if you want one of these HHRs and you don't have to pull around anyone along with you, could be the perfect vehicle.
Well, we've reviewed the 2007 HHR, and Dennis, give me a 2-ups for this vehicle.
Well, the first one has got to be the styling. Like I said, from about here forward, the nose cone leaves a little bit to be desired, but overall, when you take the other 90% of the HHR panel, I think it's a great stride forward for Chevrolet, grasping at the roots that made it such a powerhouse in today's auto manufacturing arena. Now, the other upside would be the amount of space you have in the back. Like I said, if you were just a single guy or had dogs or camping and didn't want to do a bunch of off-roading, could be the perfect vehicle. My down? Well, it's this. It's the front end styling. I can't get past it. It's just not completing the vehicle.
Now, my two ups for this vehicle are, first of all, these back doors. They're really nice, and you almost don't know they're there apart from this one single line. I think it looks good, and also I think it makes the vehicle kind of look retro-y, almost like it's been to a body shop for a special update. My second up for this vehicle is the simplicity. Everything inside is simply easy to use. Opening the doors from the interior, the back doors with the push of a button, everything is at your fingertips, and the controls are simple and very obvious to use. My down for this vehicle is what's under the hood. When I put my foot down on the freeway, the pickup is kind of slow. Although it gets great miles to the gallon, I want a little more power under the hood of my HHR.
You know what, Nick? I agree. The 2007 Chevrolet HHR Pannel LT comes standard with a 2.4-liter dual overhead cam Ecotec 4-cylinder, followed by a 5-speed manual transmission. The base price is $18,005 with an as-tested price of $24,049. The EPA rating for miles per gallon in the city is 23, while the highway EPA rating is 30 miles per gallon.
Here are the guys that make miles around possible. The Russ Auto Group, Baxter Auto Parts, Northside Ford, Ray Reese Dealerships, 4-Wheel Parts Performance Center, Grand Prix Imports, and J. Lee's Auto Group. Thanks, guys.